He's got some big muscles, doesn't he?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so let's do the, it's not graffiti, it's sidewalk chalk. Okay guys, so what's up? I had a subscriber sort of request me to kind of do a series to old guys getting off the couch, maybe skateboarding from square one. First time, let's go to the skate park, let me try this, what should I do? Here's my first advice. Okay, you gotta find out if you're regular or goofy foot. How do you do that? So you remember that movie Risky Business, when Tom Cruise runs and he slides in his socks on the hard floor? Do that. What foot do you put first? You're gonna slide sideways, so you're not gonna go like that and slide with both feet. So you're gonna put one foot forward and you're gonna slide. Which one, when you go and slide, do you put forward? Whatever foot you put forward when you do that on the hardwood floor, or on an icy road, or on a slippy slide, wherever you're doing it, whatever foot you put forward is whatever foot you're gonna probably put forward on a skateboard. So keep that in mind. So if it's your right foot, you're a goofy foot. If it's your left foot in the front, you're a regular foot. Step one. Step two, get a skateboard. Okay? Don't let the kid at the shop pick out the board for you. He's gonna pick out some street board with these tiny little wheels, narrow trucks. I've had these guys try to sell me 129 Indies before when I'm 200 pounds. What's up with that? Don't do that. Get a 9-inch truck to start with. If you're big and you're an older guy, get a board that's substantial, right, in size. Length, 33 inches. This is what I like. Width, over 9 inches or around 9 inches. Trucks, also the same. Get the trucks, the axle length matches the width of the board, and you're in good. Okay, wheels. If you go smaller than 55, you open yourself up to a few more hazards, like if you ride over a broken fragment of concrete. You could possibly hit it. It can bring you to a stop and you can fly over the bars. Obviously no handlebars, but you know what I mean. I'd say the next step would be pushing. You got to get on the board and push. So you know which foot goes forward. Put it in the front, put it on the board, and just give yourself a little push. Stand on and get your feet positioned. When you're skating, I see a lot of newbies doing this. They really got their feet positioned forward. Not good, or they're standing in the middle of the board. Obviously, if you have a wider foundation, you're gonna be more secure, not likely to do this. If you're in the middle, you're more likely to slide out. So spread your feet out. I like a foot on the tail for the next step. The next step might be, give yourself a little push, get on it, turn your feet, and then maybe you want to go. That's front side, that's a little harder. So if you do it back side, you basically just want to get little movements like that. That's a good idea. So right now, get on the board, put your front foot down in the front, and push really slow, really flat ground, really smooth concrete. The smoother the better. If you can get somewhere where it's not blacktop and there's no rocks in the road, there's not a tree dropping seeds or something like that, could be a hazard for you, be in the safest place you can. The smoothest concrete you can find is the best. Okay, start slow. Third step would be find yourself a little hill. This one here is a little steeper, but you can find something a little more basic, or maybe it's even your driveway or anything even with an incline, and just get used to rolling with speed. Have your trucks loose enough that you can turn by leaning, and you get used to it, right? Lean to turn. Now that's something you're gonna do slow, but as you do it more and more, you need to go a little faster. And lean. Like that. I'd say that's first step. That's the first step. That's riding a skateboard. The next step would be, if you want to ride bowls, you got to get in the bowl. Don't roll in, don't drop in, walk in. If you walk in at this stage of the game, you also walk out under your own power, and that's a good thing. Now you're in the bowl. You're not riding in, you're walking in. Here's the thing. Go when the old guys go. The old guys are going to respect you for being out there at your age. They're going to like it. They're going to offer help. Don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated. They want to see you come out. It sort of makes them all feel good when another guy gets off the couch and comes out and does it. So that's key right there. Walk up, be confident, introduce yourself, and don't trip. I haven't met one jerk yet, okay? I always say, hey, welcome to people, because come on out and skate with me. I put cameras around and I look like I might post up like I own the thing, but I don't. I'm sharing it with everybody and we can all take turns. So anyway, back to the wheels. I think I left a part out. Small wheels could cause accidents. I don't ride anything smaller really than 60. I like my kids to be on anything bigger than 55 millimeters. So if you're starting out, a bigger wheel is going to roll over items that you might come across, little pebbles or whatever, easier than a smaller wheel. And a softer wheel is going to do the same. So if you're starting from scratch, get a cruiser wheel, something that's, 80A. That's the durometer, the softness. It's going to be more forgiving wheel when you learn. As you get better and you start to skate smooth concrete and bowls and you're starting to want more speed, you're going to want to change to a harder wheel, but that comes down the line. Okay, so you've climbed in the bowl. What do you do next? I think you've got your pushing, you've got standing on the board and coasting, you've gotten able to do some mild declines and even some little banks where you're having to, adjust your body weight and do that. And now you come to the bowl. What do you do? So set your board down, start off with one corner of the bowl. And do this over and over. So start out in one section, okay? So do this. Set your board down, push into the bowl. You could do a little tiny kick turn. If you're riding really loose, you can start to feel the wall, lean, and then you're probably at some point gonna step off. Normal. When you're carving a skateboard, speed really is your friend. I suggest when somebody comes out, they learn to do the tic-tac first on flat ground. If you can get comfortable with doing this, then you're really in a good position in here, because you can just push in and maybe it takes you 2 turns. I remember that's how it was with my kids. They would do it in like 2 or 3 kicks. They'd go. Try to get it like that. The goal here is to do it in 1 turn. So you push in and back down, right? Then you can do it wider, where you come in, you try to carve, and then you help yourself with a little turn. As long as you know the kick turn, you're going to be able to save yourself in any instance. If you come in here wanting to carve off the bat, you're going to come in slow. You want to start at the edge and just try to lean. And try to lean. And then if you want to learn carving, then you do that again. Okay, so you pulled it off the first time. Now I'm going to go back. Come in with some more speed. Lean. All the way around. That's carving. Okay, you want to carve and kind of do a kick turn and do another one. For me, I really like a combination of both. It's good to know both, to me, individually and together. Sometimes you're going to go up and you're going to try to carve and it's not going to work out for you. So you need to know how to kick turn and get out of it. It's nice to know how to carve. I think carving is really more about style, and I'm sort of, I don't know if I'm regressing, but I'm sort of learning over again, and I'm going back to that carving stage, and I'm trying to forget about the grinds, forget about the tricks, and trying to learn just the calm carving of the bowl and keeping my wheels down. All the time keeping my wheels down. But to know the combination is the key. Let me show you. I can carve this bowl like this. I can carve this bowl fine. Let me move the camera. But then when I get over here, let me show you again. When I get over here, it's hard to carve it, so I want to kick turn it. Pump, get speed, right? If you know how to do both, you can really maximize your speed in the bowl. So it's really good to learn both the kick turn, turning, and the carve, turning. Along with backside and front side. You're gonna automatically be better with one than the other. It's probably gonna be backside. Backside means your back is going to be toward the wall. Right now, my back is toward this wall. If I'm gonna carve around this bowl, this would be a backside carve. If I'm facing the wall and looking up at the wall and I'm carving around, then it's a front side. Typically, I think more people find it easier to go backside. If I'm gonna recommend somebody to learn one before the other, I'm probably gonna recommend that they go backside too. And the reason being, if you have to step off your board, if you have to jump off your board, you're on your feet, you step off and you run down. If you're on this way, you can do the same thing if you have to do it, but you're going backwards, you know? Which would you rather do? So you know what? I think that's the very beginning. Get the right equipment, get some pads. If you can keep yourself from getting hurt, then you can more guarantee that you stick with it. To me, wrist guards are the thing I always want to wear. Knee pads are next. If you've got knee pads on and you learn to be familiar with skating with knee pads and you can always go to your knees, man, that gives you some real comfort in trying something maybe a little more aggressive than you might if you're just wearing a hat, right? But you know what? The thing is most important thing is really just to get out there, have some fun. You know, you'll make some friends. It'll be good for you. Before you know it, you're going to be excited about researching gear, you know, getting new gear, and you know, it's just having something that you love like that is it's so important. It's such an important thing in my life. There's a you know, I have happiness in my family and my kids for sure. That's my greatest happiness. But being able to share something like this with them, so rad. And even if I was single and I didn't have kids and I could get out here and hang out with people my age and even younger people, what a great thing to do. And it's good for you, and it's healthy, and it's, you know, like in the Bible it says that happiness is to the body like a strong medicine. And if you don't have something that you love, you're not as healthy. So grab a skateboard. Why not?